Monday.com is a versatile project management and team collaboration tool that's designed to help teams organize and track their work in a highly visual and customizable environment. And it's very useful for various tasks and processes within the office and also for the business. And there's just so many features available that I definitely couldn't express them all in one take. But as you can see here, there's just numerous organizations that have trusted themselves and their organization with this product and this tool. And I got hip to it really not too long ago, just a few days ago. And I really just wanted to give it a crack behind the hood. And kind of like when I play video games, I didn't want to read the book or, read any tutorials. I just really wanted to give it a try and crack and dive right in really for a specific use case that we're going to see here shortly that has to, of course, do with tracking the proposals and solicitation. So again, it's pretty cool that if we click here on pricing, we see that they actually have a free forever tier, which is pretty cool. And of course, the compatibility charts that you see, or I should say the tables, to see what you get with each of these plans. I encourage you all to go take a look at this if you don't have some sort of tool or software product that you already use. To kind of keep yourself and your team organized, and then just try out the free and start your way up. But for me, if we scroll down, we'll see, is there a free version? We see that they actually, of course, what we talked about, the free forever plan, but there's a 14-day trial of the pro plan. And if we come back up here, we see that that's kind of way over here. And of course, these are the different things you get. So really, I'm going to try that out for the next week and a half. I've had that for about 2 days now, and just see how that goes. And if there's any of those additional features that I think or deem valuable, then I'll go ahead and continue to use those. But if not, the free trial will definitely be good enough for what I intend to do with it here. But again, without any further ado, let me go ahead and hop right into my account. So as we can see here, this of course is the home screen here. We got various templates, different styles and things that we could kind of come around here and play with, and kind of probably AI behind the scene, kind of doing this impromptu inbox invite to welcome you in to the member. So won't mess with these icons here, but if we just needed to start kind of a new project, we see of course here we got different various widgets if we were to click here and explore different things. But for me, like I said, just wanted to keep it simple, and let me go ahead and click this arrow so we can close that navigation pane. But we see what I'm working with here, and this, I won't say is self-explanatory, but this is really all I needed other than Excel spreadsheet. I was trying to get a more visualized way where could share links, files, color coded, etc. And this is really what I came up with. Super sweet, super simple. But of course, as many of you may or may not know, submitted my very first contract last Monday here for this wireless service project up in Alaska. So just wanted to be able to, as time goes on, of course this will be populated at a minimum, plan to submit one solicitation at a minimum a month, and hopefully 2 or 3 and up the numbers, as gain experience, knowledge here, and encouragement and things like that from the community, each of you out there. But really just those key items that we see. And the pretty cool thing, and we'll go all the way across before we hop into that, but solicitation number, of course, this one from sam.gov, this owner field, again, if I had other members of the team, maybe in the future, this of course would be there. Status is pretty cool. If we were to, of course, click here, there's these labels that of course I rename. I'm not going to use all of these, but because this key area here is those that are already submitted, then what's applicable was a follow-up email sent, etc., etc. I guess I need to work on some of those other ones, and that'll be pretty cool to do there. I guess it's because I changed down here. So because I cloned that, it's like, why? I know there was a follow-up email not sent, but I guess it inherits everything underneath it. So we'll just need to add some more labels. Really want to have 3 fields today. I'm going to quickly finish this one up and stop being a chatty patty, and then create another group for in progress. We'll see how easy this is. And like we said, the closing date was on the 11th. You got a calendar here, of course, just to select and type. This one, of course, was in RP. And then the source files, the plan, what I got there is within the solicitations, all of those various attachments to include those here. Again, this is just future proofing for if team members come on board, you don't have to try to go back to my local computer hard drive and find out where those documents are, or even sort through sam.gov. And then, of course, my files here, if we click here, this is actually the submittal of the proposal. And then just a link to sam.gov. And if we wanted to, or you wanted to, if you got in here, add another column, if you choose to just use this. And these, of course, are just the easy ones. And, of course, more columns to create a custom field here. Checkbox, of course, would be a check or uncheck type thing. Files is what we use for that column there. Text, of course, is what we use for the solicitation number. And like I said, I won't continue to go over that. Date is a pretty cool thing with the due date and the calendar there. Pretty self-explanatory. But the last thing about this existing before we get to creating a new section is there's a pretty cool kind of conversation that tracks the flow here. So we'll see, I actually put some notes in here. This one again is just, I did a follow-up email Friday, business days, 5 days, it's a week later, but solicitation was due on a Monday. Successfully submitted that and just wanted to follow up, inquire about whether a selection was made, timeline, etc. This, of course, was a response. So just, various notes and things that you can keep to yourself. Activity log is just everything. Clicking a button, changing a label. And I wish maybe they do have a versioning type thing. So if I wanted to roll changes back way down to here, that you can click that to do it. And then, of course, a visual or an overview of the files. If there were multiple, they would be visibly here. So I'm pretty happy with what this does. And then the last thing, of course, there you can add automation if you want to integrate this with Slack or any various tools there to, if someone like on the team changes the status, you automatically populate a message there. Again, that's future stuff to mess with as well. But like I said, pretty happy with just the easiness, look and feel, to get away from spreadsheets and to be able to visually, cleanly, aesthetically, and if we needed to share this link or invite someone here, there's just so much here in the cloud, really. And like I said, if we add a new group, because we kind of cloned that one there, then it's going to inherit each of those columns there. So if we, of course, wanted to give this one a different color, let's say, I don't know what this, kind of cringe on that color. Maybe we can pick, kind of want to do green, yellow, red, but for now we'll stick with purple. It's all good. And then let's rename this. This will be, let's say, work in progress. All right, I'll get rid of that. All right, we don't have any files for that. And let's see. Yeah, we can change the order. Okay. Just simple drag and drop. And then this one, for me, under consideration is just, we can also expand this to read it if this was too short. It's just a proposal that's coming up March 20th, so short time there. This guest wireless, I think, is, well, I shouldn't say I think. This is for the Veteran Affairs, multiple clinics, and one hospital in Indiana and Illinois. Again, to just install some wireless access points. But of course, with the hospital and the clinics having to ensure that the wireless signal doesn't impede or interfere with anything, any medical devices, etc. So leaning towards this one, probably at the end of the day today, I give it the nod. The plan is to just move this to work in progress and start, of course, transposing those here. Could rename this to work in progress and name this to under consideration, change the coloring, keep this blank, etc. But really, that's just what I want to show, is not to say the power of Monday.com, because I know this is 0.001% scratching the surface of the capabilities, but really this is just a specific use case of what I kind of wanted to, or I envisioned to use it for. This, of course, will grow over time, but just one part of this project that's in here. Put a description. It's just so much. It's pretty cool, easy to kind of visualize, less explanation that's needed. And then if you were to drop someone in this seat right here, or like I said, add a team member, I mean, all the information is here, even that comments field, which is pretty cool. So like I said, kind of loving this one. I got 11 or 12 days left, so probably make that determination, in another 7 or 8 days, whether to extend this pro version or to just go back to free tier. I don't know if we lose the assets in here. We'll figure that one out. But like I said, just wanted to inspire, encourage, and just let each one of you out there know that there's a tool for almost everything, if not everything, that we have a worry or a concern about, or just need to take stress away, or time that takes away from doing a lot of manual processes and things like that. So just want to encourage each one of you out there to just try something, even if it's a paid software. A lot of them tend to have a free tier that offers 80 X percentage of the functions and capabilities. So again, hit me up if you got any questions about monday.com. By the time you probably see this one, then I'll definitely have way more hands-on keyboard experience to give you the feedback. And see if I can share this if anyone's interested in this link, instead of having to recreate or rebuild it. We'll see how I can export or do something there. I'll do my own research to see if that's possible. But like I said, just let me know if you're using something else. If this, kind of does the same thing. I'm sure they have computing products that kind of do a little bit of the same. But like I said, also comment down below if there's anything else that you want to see, any tips, topics, or anything like that. And just want to welcome each and every one of you to the channel, and thank you all so much for your time. So until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, peace.